right, nerds of the jury, I'm not here to defend Wonder Woman 2017, doesn't need defending. I'm certainly not going to defend Wonder Woman 1984. No, we are going to roll all the way back to Wonder Woman 1974. Yes! All right, so before we get into this movie,
come on.
First, we're going to roll back a little bit for a quick history lesson in Wonder Woman BC. Now, Wonder Woman goes all the way back to the early 1940s in the comics, but it took her over 30 years to get on TV. Weirdly, Wonder Girl, her teen sidekick, got on TV before Wonder Woman did, thanks to the Teen Titans cartoon in '67. Wonder Woman almost got on TV that same year. The producers of the Batman TV show made a bizarre Wonder Woman test pilot in which Diana argues with her mother and then stares at herself in the mirror for 5 minutes. That's the whole show. Wonder Woman's reflection in the mirror is played by Linda Harrison from the Planet of the Apes. Oh, wow. And I believe that her mother was played by Zero. Now, you might think Wonder Woman's TV debut finally came in 1973 on the Super Friends. That would be incorrect, because Wonder Woman got on TV first the previous year in 1972 on, of all shows, The Brady Kids. This is the cartoon version of The Brady Bunch. Guest starred Wonder Woman. Before Wonder Woman ever met Superman on TV, she met Jan. Now this brings us up to 1974 and ABC's made-for-TV Wonder Woman movie. The lead role went to Cathy Lee Crosby, who at the time had more experience as a tennis pro than as an actor. Seems like a strange choice unless you really know your old comics. Now, of course, Cathy Lee Crosby would go on to fame in the 80s as one of the hosts of That's Incredible, which also landed her on the cover of my all-time favorite magazine. Come on. Let's get into the movie now. The movie starts in familiar Wonder Woman territory. We're on Paradise Island. There's Diana with the other Amazons and her mother, and she leaves Paradise Island to go to work with Steve Trevor. Now, this version of Steve admittedly lacks the charisma of a Lyle Wagner, and in fact lacks the charisma of a zucchini. Diana spends most of the movie running around, not using any superpowers or even wearing a superhero costume. But this was sort of in line with recent Wonder Woman comics, because in the late 60s through the early 70s, she, in the comics, did not wear a costume or use superpowers. This was her Diana Rigg phase, some of you may recall. Let's meet the bad guys from the movies. This is George, who is so creepy that he even chews gum creepily. George is working with a couple of inept assassins, and when you get all three of them together, I'm really getting a Bee Gees vibe. However, one of them is actually a woman, so this is not the Gibb brothers. This is the Gibb siblings. This is the Gibblings. Back to the movie. Back in Diana's hotel room, a deadly snake is released. So what do you think she does? She calls room service and orders a dish of milk for the snake. I actually tried this at the Hyatt this morning. This works. You can do this. So Diana gets a snake. Meanwhile, Steve Trevor gets a donkey in the mail with instructions from the blackmailers to load up the donkey with millions of dollars and drop it off in a ghost town. The donkey heads straight into the Batcave. I'm not kidding, this is where they filmed the Batman movie. Diana finally, deep into the movie, finally puts on a costume. It's a 1960s flight attendant costume, but it is a costume. She takes out the Giblings, she follows the donkey into the Batcave and gets trapped in this little room where multicolored slime starts oozing down the wall. There's no explanation for what this is. But my theory is that it's the ABC logo openly weeping. All right, next she fights an evil Amazon who was also a model on The Price is Right. Then we have a big meeting. Diana, George, and the donkey meet the secret criminal mastermind behind the whole thing, whose face was kept hidden from the audience through the entire movie up to this point. So now and only now do we learn that it's Ricardo Montalban. You've been hearing his voice for the whole movie.
So you know it's him.
Yeah. Or it would be a huge surprise unless you know his voice, which we all do, or if you watched the opening credits. Anyway, Wonder Woman gets away by motorcycle. The donkey gets away by helicopter. And Ricardo gets away in a tiny raft, paddling all the way back home. Having fulfilled our fantasy of the ultimate 70s Wonder Woman. You know, almost.
Court would like to render into evidence, or like to point out a statement made by Attorney Eldridge. Following the donkey into the Batcave is an automatic not guilty. And I would also like to render into evidence some testimony from Hervé Villechaize himself, who perhaps, were he to come down from Fantasy Island, would say to Ricardo Montalban, "Hey boss, I don't know if you like that movie, boss, but Cathy Lee Crosby, could you give her my phone number, boss?" And thank you. That is my Hervé Villechaize.
Is that what that was?
But Wonder Woman, from any reasonable standpoint, and also from classic sci-fi court, that movie's awesome.